Well, good evening, race fans. Welcome to the dirt track at Charlotte Motor Speedway here in Charlotte, North Carolina, where tonight Hammer Down TV and Turn 5 Media bring you live coverage of tonight's championship event for the BEI Lightning Series UMP Modifieds. Want to thank you for joining the broadcast here tonight. I am your host, Steve Ovens, here, the voice of the Hammer Down Iracing League. You can find us on our website, hdirl.com, for all the news, information, driver registration forms, current point standings, and race schedule. We are on week number 8 of an 8-week series here for the BEI Lightning Series UMP Modifieds. Of course, the BEI Lightning Series sponsored by Bellinger Electric Incorporated. For all of your electrical needs, whether it's residential, commercial, anything you need electric done, BEI can take care of you. Find them online, facebook.com/Bellinger Electric Incorporated. That's Bellinger, Bellinger, Electric Incorporated. So the BEI Lightning Series is going to wrap it up here tonight at the dirt track at Charlotte. And here's how it's looking. As coming into tonight, Torrin Shirts has got a 14-point lead over the old trout fisherman Randy Crowder. Crowder with a 14-point disadvantage coming into tonight's action. Jacob Hilburn currently third in the point standings. He is 43 points back of your leader, Torrin Shirts. We have got cars that'll be getting ready for tonight's action as they will be lining up here for a 50-lap affair for their championship race here tonight. It's a 50-lap championship for the UMPs tonight. Tomorrow night, the North Star 360 Sprints will go 35 laps in distance for their championship event. Wednesday night, the Hammer Down Midgets will do a 50-lapper at Knoxville for their championship. Thursday, the Thursday Thunder 410 Sprints, and that is going to be a battle. If you want to see some close racing and guys duking it out for the points title, come back and see us on Thursday for sure, as the Thursday Thunder 410s go 35 laps at the Williams Grove Speedway to decide the championship. Friday night, the RNC Super Late Models will have race number 8 of 8 at Eldora for a 75-lapper. And then on Saturday night, the MHL Pro Late Models will have their round number 8. Again, a 75-lapper from Eldora. Got a lot of great drivers in attendance here tonight, ready to do battle here in tonight's 50-lapper. While we have a moment here, we told you a little bit about tonight's sponsor, Bellinger Electric Incorporated. Also want to talk about some of the raffles we've got going on here with the Hammer Down iRacing Leagues. Slide on over to our website, hdirl.com/hammer-down-raffles, as we have a current raffle going that's a $200 cash raffle. We're selling 50 raffle spots at $5 a piece. Raffle winner will be selected once all 50 spots are full. However, I was reading earlier today on the Hammer Down iRacing League Facebook page that they will be drawing that a little bit later this week. And they will, if not all 50 spots are full, the prize will be determined based on how many tickets were sold. So we've got a cash raffle going on. You can check that out online. You can pay for your spot, buy your ticket, $5 for a chance at $200. And that's hdirl.com/hammer-down-raffles. So we're going to be working on getting the field lined up here for tonight's feature event. Again, it will be a 50-lapper here tonight at the dirt track at Charlotte. They're going to have a tacky hammer down racetrack to start with here tonight. So should be pretty interesting here early on. give you a little bit of the weather that the drivers will be dealing with here tonight. We are currently at partly cloudy skies, 77 degrees, a track temperature of 80 degrees. This race will be run under late afternoon conditions. Got winds out of the northwest at 11 miles an hour. And of course, we are at the 4/10 mile dirt track at Charlotte Motor Speedway, right here in Concord, North Carolina. And cars appear to be getting themselves lined up here. Now we've got a couple of cars that I think qualified by mistake. Cars were not originally supposed to qualify with tonight's format. So once the cars get rolling here, race control will get them into the proper order. And once we get the cars in the proper order, we'll do our best to give you the full field rundown here as the cars working on gridding up here on the front straightaway. We are glad you've joined us here tonight with Hammer Down TV and Turn 5 Media's coverage of tonight's championship event for the BEI Lightning Series UMP Modifieds. Tonight's action being brought to you by Hammer Down TV. You can find them on Facebook. Just search Hammer Down TV. We broadcast all of the races here with the Hammer Down Iracing League, not only on our Facebook page with Hammer Down TV, but we also produce them live on Twitch, and then they also are recorded and posted to YouTube as well. So you can find out, you can find all the races and catch up if you're a little bit new to the Hammer Down iRacing League. So again, that's Hammer Down TV on Facebook. Coverage tonight also being brought to you by Turn 5 Media, located in Horseheads, New York. They're a media and public relations media services company. They do not only public relations work, but also digital content, social media management. They build websites. We've got several websites in the works right now. They've got several clients, including the Woodhall Raceway. And just starting up a new website this week actually for Rush Dirt Late Model Series driver Bryce Davis. So be on the lookout for that. Another website being produced out of the Turn 5 Media headquarters in Horseheads, New York. So the drivers making their way around the racing surface. They will be getting lined up here according to race control here in just a moment. Field working their way through turns 3 and 4. Again, tonight's race will be 50 laps in distance. The championship event here for the BEI Lightning Series. And cars now starting to begin to take their positions, so we should be able to tell you where everybody is lining up here. Field working on getting assembled here. And I think we've got just about everybody ready to go as the leaders will start to catch up here to the pace car to get themselves lined up and situated for tonight's feature. So here's how they're going to start for tonight's 50-lap championship event. Going away from the pole will be your point leader, Torrin Schertz in the 33. To his outside will be the 96 of Randy Crowder. Row 2 to the inside will be the 25 of Jarrett Murphy. To his outside will be the 522 of Caleb Sexton. Actually, I take that back. Looks like it'll be Josh Johnson that'll be starting in the third spot. Caleb Sexton to his outside. And now Jacob Hilburn. So yeah, Jacob Hilburn is in the third spot in the point race. So that he will start third. We'll just let the field kind of sort themselves out here before we keep going any further. It looks like it'll be Hilburn and Caleb Sexton, row 2. Row 3 will be Josh Johnson in the 4 and the 129 of Curtis Uphoff. Row 4. We'll just stick with the top 3 rows here for the time being. Field doubled up here. Looks like we're ready to go racing. Torrin Schertz going to lead them to the green flag. And we will get that green flag here in one more lap. So it looks like everybody has assembled in their proper position. So a feature-only format here tonight, 50 laps for the BEI Lightning Series. We appreciate you joining us here tonight, courtesy of Hammer Down TV and Turn 5 Media. Torrin Schertz, Randy Crowder. Who will win the championship here tonight? We're going to find out together. Off turn number 4, Torrin Schertz drops the hammer, and we are underway. 50 laps here at the dirt track at Charlotte. Crowder went all the way to the outside wall, and he got loose and got into the fence just a touch. He lost the second spot to Hilburn, and now he's going to lose the third spot to Caleb Sexton. Lap 1 goes on the board, and it's all Torrin Schertz. Schertz just needs a solid finish here tonight to pick up the BEI Lightning Series UMP Modified Championship here in this 8-week series. Oh, we got a car in trouble in turn 4. 2 cars come together and one spins around, facing the wrong way on a one-way street over in turn number 4, and we are under yellow. Couple of cars toward the back of the pack made a little bit of contact, as these UMP Modified's not an easy car to drive, that is for sure. Terminology with these cars is keeping it up on the bars. Sometimes when the car's not acting just the right way, you talk to some of these drivers and they say you got to let it come off of the bars and then go back up and try it again to regain traction. So these cars not an easy car to handle, that's for sure. Torrin Schertz shown as your leader. Second is Jacob Hilburn. Third, Caleb Sexton. Randy Crowder, 4th. Josh Johnson, 5th. Dylan Conrad currently shown in the 6th spot. I'm not sure if that's going to be Conrad. Yeah, that'll be Conrad. 7th is Curtis Uphoff. Jarrett Murphy, who has been a newcomer here the last couple of weeks to the Hammer Down UMP field, currently running in the 8th spot. Kyle Pearson running 9th. Dave Hartman running in the 10 spot. 11 through 16 looks like this. It's Laurel Havens, J.D. Carter, Cody Cantonwine, Tim Christensen, Eric Elmore, and Michael Elledge, who is off the speedway, 6 laps down. Looking for the restart here as the Toyota Camry pace car pulls off of turn number 3. It'll be Schertz and Hilburn. Back to the green. Hilburn tried to get the jump. He's on the binders, and we got a mess behind him. Brake checking back through the field. As a little bit of strategery and chicanery here on the restart. Hilburn thought he had it timed perfect, and Schertz said, I don't think so. Schertz will take a car length advantage into turn 1, and that has allowed Caleb Sexton to move up into the number 2 spot in that 522. Hilburn pedaling his bike hard down on the bottom lane. We put another lap here on the Bud Davis Photography lap board. 10 laps on the board here in tonight's 50-lapper. Interesting to watch these cars here use every which lane possible. You've got some guys that are letting it ride out all the way to the wall, and you've got others that are going right through the middle and running right through what will be the slick later on as this track continues to wear and dry out. And you've even got some cars that are trying to find the brown down low to get a little bit of extra bite. So really 3 and even 4 lanes of racing groove to work with. As now you can throw a blanket over the top 4 cars. As now we got a challenge for the lead. Sexton trying to make it happen on the bottom lane. Wouldn't make it work that time. A Schertz right there. Oh, we got contact between your leaders. And we got your top 3 cars in a pile in turn 4. 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. All involved in that one. A chain reaction that started when the top 2 cars made contact with one another. Schertz got a little bit sideways. Sexton was trying to float it in there. And they had a little bit of a meeting of the metal over in turn 4. And when Sexton got sideways, 2nd or 3rd and 4th had nowhere to go. Going to take a quick peek at the replay on this one. As Schertz drove down into the corner, Sexton was there, and boy, I don't know. I thought initially Schertz had gotten a little sideways, but I don't think that was necessarily the case. He looked like he was running a pretty good line there. But, you know, Caleb Sexton really putting on a strong effort there to try and take over the lead. However, those 2 cars make contact, and it did not work out so well for Sexton, who's going to have to restart at the tail of the field, as he will serve an end-of-line penalty here. And that'll shake up the running order for sure. As Torrin Schertz still shown as your leader. Josh Johnson now moves up to the 2nd spot. Dylan Conrad up to 3rd. Curtis Uphoff 4th. And Jarrett Murphy, I'm telling you, keep your eyes on the 25 car. He has been a strong competitor ever since he joined up with the Hammer Down Iracing League. And he's a guy that I could definitely see maybe saving his stuff here in the first half of this one. As we now have 17 laps on the board out of 50. And again, keep your eye on that black, white, and green 25 car who restarts 5th. It'll be Schertz and Johnson the front row. Back here to Dave Farney's green flag, and we're back underway here at the dirt track at Charlotte. 18 laps in, 32 laps to go. And it's Schertz down the back straightaway now with Dylan Conrad, a car length behind. And here comes Jarrett Murphy, catfishing on the bottom, looking for that 4th spot. And he is trying everything he can to get around Curtis Uphoff. Murphy with a nice run down the back straightaway. They'll go door handle to door handle into turn number 3. Murphy, Uphoff, and we've got another car there battling with them too. That's Kyle Pearson. Pearson in the 60 machine. He now gets around Murphy to move up to 5th. As now we've got a battle for the lead. Dylan Conrad going down low as Schertz got up high. Slide job in turn 4. We've got a new race leader. It's Dylan Conrad, and the yellow flag comes out. But Conrad had the lead at the line. So a new race leader here on lap number 21. It is Dylan Conrad. And a nice move it was to get the lead there for Conrad. We were watching the battle for 4th, but then all of a sudden the battle for the lead broke out. As Conrad dove it deep into turn 3, went all the way down to the grass, and then let it drift all the way out to pull off the perfect slide job in turn 4. And Conrad overtakes the lead there from Schertz, and just as they crossed the line, the yellow flag came out. So Conrad, your leader, Torrin Schertz running in the 2 spot, Johnson running 3, Curtis Uphoff 4, and Kyle Pearson up to the 5th spot. Pearson ran the other night with the Pro Late Models. I had a chance to go wheel to wheel with Kyle Pearson myself in that one. And if you're watching the Facebook live feed tonight, we welcome you to the broadcast. And I would definitely encourage, if you're watching tonight, you've not been a part of iRacing or even an iRacing league, if you do have iRacing and you've not participated in a league, I'll tell you the Hammer Down iRacing League is the one to join, as they have got a lot of great drivers, drivers that are willing to lend a hand, give a tip to a guy that needs it. And it's been a whole lot of fun being a part of this league, and I know that you will too. They've got all different divisions of cars to pick from. We were interviewing some drivers on Sunday, and that was one of their points of feedback, was there's so many different divisions that you can compete in. There's something for everybody here in the Hammer Down iRacing League. Conrad picks up the gas quick off turn 4, and boy did he snooker Schertz on the restart. Conrad will take a 2-car length lead through turns 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway, got a battle on for the 4th spot. That's Kyle Pearson trying to take away position number 4 from Curtis Uphoff, but Uphoff keeps the momentum up around the outside, and he'll stay clinging tight to position number 4. Josh Johnson, now he's gone down to the low side to try and make a move for 2nd, and the yellow flag back on the speedway. Yellow, yellow, yellow here as we click off lap number 27. So 23 laps to go in this one. We are just past halfway. We talked about how important the championship was here tonight with your point leader, Torrin Schertz, and Randy Crowder, who's trying to catch him in the 2nd spot, and even Jacob Hilburn, who comes into tonight 3rd in the points, and it has not been a good night for Hilburn or Randy Crowder. Crowder currently shown in the 12th position, while Hilburn currently is a lap down in 15th. So not been a night to write home about. For the guys that came into tonight with a mathematical chance to get the point lead in the championship from Torrin Shirts. Stay tuned to post-race coverage here as we'll talk to the top 3 as well as your points champion. But green flag is back out here. Lap number 30 goes on the board, 20 to go. So just a regular Saturday night feature left to go here. Can Torrin Shirts win the race and sweep the championship? He took it high, wide, and handsome through turns 3 and 4 that time. And now he really pushes it up to the outside. Oh, look out, Curtis Uphoff sideways. He'll lose several positions after getting out of shape in turn 2. Battle is on for second. It was a dead heat at the line. And now Johnson. Josh Johnson with a slide job into turn 1, takes over the spot. Shirts will cross over, and now Shirts will go to the bottom. Shirts will try the slide job off of turn 4, but Johnson was there. Shirts pulls the slide job into turn 1, and here comes Johnson. Johnson turns right back down and takes over the second spot. Slide job into turn 3. Now Shirts will try and turn it down, but here comes Kyle Pearson. Second, third, and fourth, nose to tail. Now they're 3 wide for the second spot off of turn number 2. Johnson up high, Shirts through the middle. Now Pearson will swing out high. And just behind them is 5th and 6th. 2nd through 6th position, nose to tail to turn 1. Meanwhile, Dylan Conrad says, you boys go ahead and battle it out here. I'm going to drive away and try and get myself a feature win here at the dirt track at Charlotte. Pearson now tries to drop the nose down below Jarrett Murphy in the 25. Pearson and Murphy doing battle for position number 4. Pearson letting it drift up, but Murphy's got the momentum off the corner. "37 laps up on the Bud Davis Photography lap board. Now make it 38 as we've got 12 laps to go. Boy, Jarrett Murphy has gone to the outside in the 25, and he has found a little something. He has drove right around Torrin Shirts for the 3rd spot, and he's looking on Josh Johnson for 2nd. Oh, Shirts got sideways. Pearson gets collected, and he straightens out Shirts. And there was another car behind them. I think that might have been Cody Cantonwine. In the 131, he was kind of got caught in the friendly fire there. As Cantonwine spins around, that'll put us under the caution flag. And boy, what a battle that was shaping up to be. And Dylan Conrad says, no, I did not want to see that yellow. He had a big lead. And how interesting it is, Jarrett Murphy now riding in the number 2 spot behind Dylan Conrad.
User was moved to your channel.
Let's get a quick word here with Jarrett Murphy and see what it's going to take here to get the lead. Jarrett, what's it going to take, man?
Determination, man. That's about it. I got to see what I can do. Car's working real good at the top. We'll just see what happens.
Did you happen to just find something here in the last couple laps? Because that car seemed like it came to life.
Yeah, I've been searching. I started off on the bottom. It wasn't doing nothing down there, so I ventured up top and started cutting the corner off, and we'll see what happens here.
All right, man. Good luck to you.
User was moved out of your channel.
So Jarrett Murphy going to do his best here to try and track down Dylan Conrad. And that's another great thing. The racers are so good to us here at Hammer Down TV. They don't mind us pulling them up here and getting them on the radio here to talk to them a little bit while they're out there competing. as we try and get a little bit of an inside look and kind of get inside the head of the racers here. Jarrett Murphy running second. He's obviously found something good on the outside lane, and it's really been working for his car, and it was really cool to kind of see what he thinks he's got to do here to try and battle for this win. I think this is going to be a battle here. The key, though, is the restart, and Dylan Conrad has been rock solid on the last 2 restarts here in that machine, and he gets another good one here. He's got a car length on Murphy and make it 2 car lengths as they head to turn 1. The question is, did Conrad save enough here for the end to try and hold off the challenges of Jarrett Murphy? Murphy makes his way through 3 and 4. He closes it down to 1 car length here with 5 laps to go. 5 to go, and it's go time for Jarrett Murphy if he's going to have anything to battle Dylan Conrad here for the win. Battle on for the 3rd spot, and Kyle Pearson will take it at the line. Move the 60 machine up to position number 3, and here comes Murphy. Murphy takes a peek down to the inside, down the back straightaway and into turn 3. Conrad through the middle, Murphy down low and lets it drift up to the middle. Murphy is all over the back bumper of Dylan Conrad. 3 laps to go, and it is for sure go time as business is picking up here at the dirt track at Charlotte. Murphy right on the tire tracks of Dylan Conrad. Let's see what he can do. Murphy goes to the extreme outside lane. He's got to run on Conrad on the outside down the back straightaway. They'll come through turns 3 and 4. Conrad going to try the slide job, but Murphy is there. They make a little contact. Murphy right on the back bumper. Through turns 1 and 2, and here comes Murphy on the bottom. Conrad trying to shut him down off turn 2. Final trip through 3 and 4. Dylan Conrad did whatever he had to do, and he'll hold on to win here at Charlotte. 2nd will be Jarrett Murphy. 3rd is Kyle Pearson. 4th is Josh Johnson. 5th is Torrin Schertz. And Torrin Schertz will be the BEI Lightning Series UMP Modified Champion here for this 8-week series. What a finish. Congratulations to Dylan Conrad, who brings it home with the win here tonight. We'll go down to Victory Lane here to talk to your top 3 and your points champion.
User was moved to your channel.
Dylan Conrad, driver of the 177 here in Hammer Down TV Victory Lane. And Dylan, I got to tell you, man, what an exciting finish that was.
Yeah, it was a really good run with the 25 there. Glad he drove me clean. I expected him to, though.
That's the thing. I knew it was going to be a good race at the end, and I expected it was going to be a clean one. And what a show you guys put on for the fans here tonight.
Thanks, man. I think I had my car set up a little bit more from the beginning. Started kind of to go away there at the end, but there for a little bit, I was checked out pretty good.
Now, we saw you try and hold on to that bottom lane there right at the end. Was there a preferred line once the car started to go away on you there?
I was just trying to get to where I knew he was a little bit quicker than I was. So I was just trying to make it harder on him to go around me.
Wow, man, great job picking up the win tonight. Extra distance, 50 laps here at Charlotte. Tell us about the folks that have helped you out to get the win tonight.
I can't thank Randy, Jake, and Caleb, all those guys
User
enough.
was moved to your channel.
We always talk to each other and help each other on setups. Without them, I mean, we'd probably be pretty lost without each other.
User was moved to your
Well, man,
channel.
great job here tonight. And again, congratulations on the big win.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
User was moved to your channel. User was moved out of your
Well,
channel.
that was Dylan Conrad who picks up the big win here tonight. Now we'll talk to second place finisher Jarrett Murphy. And I'll tell you, Jarrett, you really, really put on a good show for the fans here. I don't think anybody left here disappointed, other than maybe you for finishing second tonight.
Yeah, nobody hates losing worse than I do. I hate losing more than I hate winning, or more than I love winning. So, I mean, I was doing all I could. I wasn't going to get into them and move them. That's just not me.
That's the thing that we were just talking to Dylan about, was how clean the race was there at the end. I don't know what else you really could have done. Is there anything running through your mind at this point?
About one more lap or two. That's about all. That's about all I can think of. I mean, I tried about everything. You seen me go to the high side there in 3 and 4 to go around them, and I tried.
It was a great effort tonight. Tell us about the folks that help you out on that 25 machine. Oh, I think we might have lost contact there with Jarrett
User was
Murphy,
moved out
but
of your channel.
great job for him finishing in the second spot here tonight. Next, we'll talk to Kyle Pearson, who finished in the third spot here tonight. And Kyle, man, you had an eventful race yourself, picking your way through traffic tonight.
Yeah, it was a pretty good challenge coming up from the back. So I got to thank that Jeremy Capron guy. I don't know if you guys know him from the VLR. He gives me all my setups. And but I've been really enjoying running with these guys. I think this is the second or third week I ran with these guys. So it's getting there and learning, figuring out how these guys drive. And it's been a blast so far.
These UMP modifieds, pretty touchy car to drive, huh?
Yeah, you really got to learn how to set them in the corner. If you get too far, it's going around. I mean, there's a lot of brake involved and throttle control, so it's definitely a fun car to drive, though.
Well, nice run tonight to pick up a podium finish. Tell us about that. I know you mentioned one already, but if there's anybody else that helps you out on the 60 car.
Yeah, it's mostly Jeremy. Kevin Bloom, he helps me out every now and then with my pro late. I better give him a shout out. I don't get out here to give shout outs to these guys very often. So it's good to see the 60 car up there in the top 3.
Hey, great job tonight, Kyle. I'm sure we'll see you a little bit later this week.
Thanks, man.
User was moved out of your
Kyle
channel.
Pearson finishes in the third spot here tonight. And now we get to talk to our champion here for the 8-week series. Torrin Schertz pulls it down here tonight with a solid top 5 finish. Torrin, I know you had a good car early on here tonight, but you got exactly what you needed, a solid top 5 run.
Absolutely, man. That was a blast. Great 8-week season there. Track is not what we're used to. That practice and go did not let this track wear in at all. I was expecting it to be slick and up on the high side, and that's what my car was set up for. And I put a little more fuel in it than I'm guessing a lot of other guys, thinking we might have a green flag race. And it just didn't work out the way I wanted to. But hey, it was awesome. The top 5, I'll take it all day, and the championship is fantastic.
Thinking back on the 8-week series here, was there a high point and a low point to your 8-week series here?
I would have to say the high point was winning at my least favorite track, Knoxville, in a modified. And my low point, not getting to run up front at Limaland, which is my favorite track, getting caught up in a few incidents there, but still finished above those second and third place in points guys and kept my points lead and going into tonight. So it ended up working well.
Yeah, it sure did. I know that Limaland wasn't the finish you were looking for out of that, being your favorite track and all, but boy, it ended up working out how you wanted it to, I guess, right?
Absolutely, and I do enjoy being in here for those top 3 finishes, talking to you, so it's been a blast of a season. Hopefully I can carry this momentum over.
Hey, man, tell us about the folks that have helped you along the way here on this 8-week series, and congratulations again on the championship.
Thank you. Midwest Racing Development, that's my team. Trevor, Derek, and Shane we added recently, so he's no longer a new guy anymore, and he's proven himself. Got to thank those guys a lot. I got to thank my wife through thick and thin, let me race, every Monday night for sure, and helping me get this championship. So those are really the main guys, and you for broadcasting. It's been a blast watching you, and definitely Rob and Cindy and all the admins had a hammer down for running this show.
Great job, man. We'll see you on later this week, maybe.
Sounds good.
All right, there's your 8-week
User was
champion
moved out
here
of
for
your
the
channel.
BEI Lightning Series UMP Modifieds, Torrin Schertz. I want to thank everybody for joining us on the broadcast here tonight. Don't forget, tomorrow night, the North Star 360 Sprints have their championship event at the Knoxville Raceway. 35 laps the distance there tomorrow night at Knoxville. So everybody going to jump on the Hammer Down jet and load up here at Charlotte, and we'll make our way out to Knoxville out in the Midwest, where tomorrow night the North Star 360s will battle it out for their 8-week series championship. On behalf of everybody here at the Hammer Down iRacing League, Hammer Down TV, and Turn 5 Media, we thank you for joining us, and we will see you at the races.